Who's it going to be? We'll talk to the top three. Will Cody Early in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Who's going to be on the Big River Steel podium? Who's going to be $25,000 richer? We are underway at the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Out at two down the back straightaway. Garrett Alberson on the bottom. They try to go 3 wide into 3. They do. 3 wide of the first lap off at turn 4. Devin Moran leads at Brownstown. Oh, baby. They're going at it. That opening lap down the back straightaway. Jonathan Davenport trying to retake the points lead. Devin Moran with a win. Could possibly go to the points lead. He'll lead lap 2 in the Indian Icebreaker. Davenport second, O'Neill third, Thornton is fourth. Gary Alverson back to fifth. Rice, Mike Marlar, Overton, Hanger, Hilsebeck. Christian Hanger, his first time here, the Winchester, Tennessee driver, is in ninth right now. Hilsebeck is ridden to Brownstown, and Corey Lawler and Jameson. And we've got a Coleman Farms Racing caution in turn number 2. So Lawler and Jameson, who are running 22nd and 23rd to the back. All right, ready to go. Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. The Dresden, Ohio hot shoe. Devin Moran off at turn 4, back underway at Brownstown. O'Neill to the top. His dad's won this race 5 times. He goes into turn 3. He's never won the Icebreaker. He's won the Jackson 100. Moran trying to go back-to-back, a lead lap 3. Davenport second. O'Neill digging on the outside. Jason Durham named the new crew chief a couple of weeks ago. 2-time Lucas Oil Late Monitor Series crew chief of the year. Those were for Jonathan Davenport. Down the main straightaway. Good battle into turn number 1. O'Neill has gained the second spot at 71. He and Davenport go wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Davenport regained the spot. Thornton is fourth. Alberson fifth. Mikey Marlar sixth. Devin Moran continues to show the way in 99. Battle for second. O'Neill now to the bottom on Davenport. Again, they moved that tires down here before the main event. Put some water on the track as they come out of turn 4. Devin Moran into 1. O'Neill second. That is 7/10 of a second the advantage. Then it's Jonathan Davenport, Thornton, Mikey Marlar 5th. Brandon Overton and Josh Rice 7th. Alberson 8th. Hilsebeck 9th. Christian Hager running in 10th right now in 29. 7 scored. The advantage 7/10 of a second for the 99 down the back straightaway. Everybody's still running except for Jared Bailey. So 28 of the 29 starters still on the racetrack. As we've had 1 caution so far, as they will start to pick up the tail end of the field as they head down the back straightaway. As Corey Lawler enters turn number 3. Lawler, a good hot rod tonight, made it out of one of the B mains. You see Moran off of turn 4 around this quarter-mile oval. No walls or guardrails at all. I've never had them here as we go into turn 1. The battle there, Marlar, the defending Jackson 100 winner against Ricky Thornton Jr. And Mike Marlar is going to take the spot. Now Thornton about the back. Ricky fires it on the inside of that Infinity by Wells 157. Good battle here as they head down the main straightaway. The 2 veteran drivers, Marlar, Thornton, and here comes the 76 of Brandon Overton. We've scored 10 laps here tonight. Moran, you're not missing anything up front. It's 1.3 the advantage. He stretched that over O'Neill. As you see, Marlar has moved into 4th, Thornton 5th, Overton, Rice, Alberson, Hilsebeck, Bruning the 10th and 16. 11 laps complete. Down the back straightaway. You see the battle there behind Devin Moran, who continues to stretch it out. It's 1.7 in traffic off at 2. He's behind the 79. Current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year candidate. That is Donald McIntosh at his first visit to B-Town. Off at turn number 4, there is Moran. He'll go to the outside of McIntosh. Plenty of racing room as always here at Brownstown. They'll fire out at turn number 2. O'Neill's about 7-8 car lengths back. Davenport is about 3 back behind O'Neill. Here comes Marlar. Marlar may have the fastest car on the racetrack in the 157. That Infinity by Wells. He debuted here last night at Atomic Speedway. Marlar loves this track. We got a traffic, got problems going on. Moran almost problems at the 99, keeps it going. Now O'Neill is closed on him out of 2 behind McIntosh. He cannot get around Donald McIntosh into turn 3. 15 laps complete in the Indian Icebreaker. Devin Moran has led every lap. He finally will clear McIntosh. Here comes Davenport on the bottom of O'Neill. Out at turn number 2. Davenport trying to regain the second spot. They'll go side by side into turn 3. Here comes Marler in 57. Thornton runs in 5th. Over to the 6th. Off at turn 4. Here's the battle for the lead into 1. Davenport, Don, and Marty. Well, Marty's nephew, Don's son. There we go. Hudson O'Neill into 3. JD as they come out at turn number 4. Moran still leads. They can't get around McIntosh into 1. Davenport's going to get the second spot back. Here comes Marler in 157. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. Here comes Josh Rice. Here comes Brandon Overton. We are going to have the top 7 all on the same straightaway here shortly at Brownstown. A good one so far with 19 laps scored. 0.5 of a second. Dalton Wilson, he is in 8th. Alberson 9th. Bruning 10th. Hilsebeck 11th. Hanger is 12th. Tyler Erb runs 13th. Shepard is up to 14th. Out at turn number 2, Moran. Davenport is right there as they get around the 93 of Corey Lawler as they work lap 21 here tonight. 4 laps shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. $100 bonus to that into 1. Davenport trying to get down below Lawler. Remember, a lap car last night cost him. And at turn number 3, Moran's going to go to the middle. Devin to the bottom. We got Cameron Marler slowing. He is out of this race in the 57 car. 22 laps complete. Moran out at 2, and Devin Gilpin looks like he is out of the race in the 1G car. The defending track champion hits pit side. Moran, oh man, he almost had to get on the binders there. The brakes, rather. On Robinson. Here comes Davenport, here comes O'Neill down the back straightaway. Davenport to the outside, and here comes Marler and Thornton. Oh man, Marler and Thornton almost got together. Off at turn 4, Mikey Marler for position. Marler goes to 3rd in the 157. Hellraiser Jacks halfway coming up. It's Moran, Davenport, Marler, O'Neill, Thornton, Rice, Wilson, Overton, Alberson, Bruning, the top 10 at Brownstown, and a dandy icebreaker into 1. Halfway. Out at turn number 2. Down the back straightaway is again the 157. Ian O'Neill's got him back. O'Neill 3rd, Mikey Marler 4th, RT Chait 5th. In the 1, oh man, they're trying to go 3 and 4 wide down here. Out at turn number 2, Ross Robinson up there. Here comes Thornton on the bottom, in on O'Neill. Oh man, for the team he drove for several years on the bottom. And the Coleman Racing Farms caution is out on the track. Garrett Alberson, your 9th place car, brings out a Coleman Farms Racing caution with 26 scored. Whew, deep breath. Thornton was in there as well. This has been good so far. We got 24 to go for $25,000. Alberson back out on the track. Green is back out at the Nutrient Solutions restart zone. Moran, here comes Marler, here comes Thornton. They're going to go 3 wide at a turn 3. They do. 3 wide. Marler, O'Neill, Thornton off at turn 4 for 2nd place. Davenport on the bottom. Oh, baby, are you serious? Man, down the back straightaway. You'd have thought it would be a Saturday night with Jim Curry, John Gill, Don O'Neill, Steve Barnett. Are you kidding me? They are going at it in a 1. It is still Moran. Here comes Big Perm Dalton Wilson in the hunt now. Wilson up to 6th in that Radliff entry. It's still Devin Moran showing the way at Brownstown. In 99, 29 scored. He'll have 20 to go. Davenport 2nd, O'Neill, Thornton, Marler, Wilson, Rice, Overton, Bruning. Herb is up to 10th. Hilsebeck 11th, Chilton is 12th. Off at turn 4, Devin Moran, that Clements Power to Longhorn. For Double Down Motorsports, that team based in Morristown, Tennessee. They keep the car at Donnie Moran's race shop there in Dresden, Ohio, just down the road from Muskegon County. We've got 19 laps to go back-to-back in the Icebreaker. Devin Moran down the back straightaway. They will try to pick up the tail end of the field here. Off at turn number 4 as the tail end of the field enters turn number 1. Seth Daniels, the S21, the final car in the lead lap. Out of turn number 2, 18 laps remaining. Moran, Davenport, O'Neill, Thornton, Marlar, your top 5. And Thornton came into this event 30 points ahead of Moran. Davenport was third in the points. We've got a car slowing at turn number 4. Off the racetrack, it is Hudson O'Neill. Has a problem, brings out the Coleman Farms Racing caution for the Martinsville, Indiana driver, Hudson O'Neill, who was running in 3rd place. Now that turn 2 at Atomic, that is something else. We had a lot of close calls there last night. Back underway, the new 2 deck solutions, 3-start zone, 18 laps to go. Moran will lead them to the line. Is this finally the year Devin Moran can win his first national championship? Again, a runner-up the last 2 years. Mickey Thornton Jr. is going to throw a slider on him. Into turn 4, Thornton for the lead, and he didn't get it. Moran still in front. Man, he threw it in there. He threw it all the way to Bloomington on that one, did Thornton. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Here they come. The top 2 in the points going at it. Moran, Thornton, Davenport, who's 3rd in the points. Marlar, big perm. Look out for the Perminator out at turn number 2. Marlar to the outside. Here comes Mikey Marlar. He's going to dive to the bottom on Davenport. They're side by side out of turn 4. It is still half a car length, JD into 1. 15 laps to go. A dandy brewing at Brownstown. Here comes Marlar. Marlar down the back straightaway, looking for that run. Will they go to the inside? He tries the inside on Davenport to try to surprise him. Out of turn number 4, Moran still leads. Thornton 2nd, Davenport 3rd. Marlar 4th, 5th is Dalton Wilson. 14 laps to go down the back straightaway. Marlar. This thing stays green. He's got to get around Davenport as quickly as he can to try to have a shot at the top 2. Mikey works the middle, and that Josh Davis crew chief 157. He'll go to the outside. He'll try to surprise him this time around. Wilson runs in 5th. Rice, Erb, Bruning, Overton, Ross, Robinson. Shout out to the Delaware driver. He's up to 10th on the Dutch Star 7. Moran continues to lead off at turn 4. 12 circuits to go. They're going to pick up the tail end of the field as they go into turn number 3. They're about straight away behind them. Marlar still digging hard. The 157. Marlar tries the outside. He'll shoot it out at turn number 4 on the outside of Davenport. He cannot clear him yet. This track is good out of turn number 2. Marlar's going to get the run down the back straightaway on Davenport. He's going to work that top till there's no top to work. It's still Moran off of turn 4. 10 to go. Down the straightaway, Marlar may have him. They're side by side at turn 1. Mikey Marlar, and he drifts up the track, and Davenport pulls away. Dalton Wilson right there in 5th. Moran down. Oh, man, it's going to get close quarters racing now. They're going to have 9 laps to go in heavy traffic at turn 1. Is this the chance for Thornton, Davenport, Marlar? Down the back straightaway. Oh, they're losing ground. Here comes Marlar. Marlar still making that top work, banging the cushion at B-Town off of turn 4. 8 laps to go. Moran, 2 cars right in front of him. He's going to try to split them. That may cost him some time. Marlar may go around all 3 of them. Down at turn number 2, Thornton still 2nd. 3rd remains Davenport. 4th is Marlar. 5th is Wilson. Marlar can't quite make that car stick. He just needs an opportunity as Moran goes to the outside of Lawler and the S21 of Daniels. Down the back straightaway, Dalton Wilson working up. Here he comes in the 18D. Meanwhile, Moran still leads off of turn 4, 6 to go. Trying to open up some breathing here. Right now, it's back to his 2nd. Thornton has got to get around Lawler. Down the back straightaway, Davenport. He's got to get around Seth Daniels. So he gets squeezed down to the bottom, and here comes Marlar, and here comes Dalton Wilson to the outside. They're going to have 5 to go to decide it at Brownstown. Down the main straightaway into turn 1. Ricky Thornton Jr. will clear Lawler. Davenport has cleared Seth Daniels. Marlar has cleared Daniels. Here comes Wilson, the top 5 all together here. Out at turn number 4, 4 laps to go for 99. Into 1, he'll work the bottom on the 29 of Christian Anger. He will put him a lap down. That was a key move right there, folks. 4 laps to go for Moran. Meanwhile, Marlar, he is not giving up on that top. Out at turn 4, Marlar wants that 3rd spot down the main straightaway to the outside of Davenport into turn 1. Meanwhile, Moran has about a 6-7 car length lead down the back straightaway. Here goes Marlar. Can he finally? There, Davenport drifts up the track. Marlar tries to cross over. Mikey will throw it in. They're side by side off of turn 4 for 3rd down the straightaway, and Mikey Marlar is going to 3rd. They're running out of laps. 2 to go. 2 to go. Marlar's on the podium right now. Moran still leads Thornton. It'll be the Barons performance. 1 lap to go. Rob Penrod waves the white flag for Devin Moran, trying to go back-to-back at Brownstown in the Indian Icebreaker. 3rd spot out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Davenport goes back to 3rd around Marlar. Devin Moran goes back-to-back at Brownstown in 99. 2nd spot will be Thornton. 3rd will be Davenport. 4th Marlar. 5th Wilson. No, Rice got 5th. Josh Rice got 5th on the last lap. Wilson, Bruning, Overton, Erb, Ross Robinson, Goodwin. How about Dan Ebert? Good job, 11th. Hilzebeck, 12th. Tripp Gerald, 13th. Garrett Alberson, 14th. Michael Chilton, 15th. We'll go to the UN08 scales to make it official.
Tell you what, the crowd roars out here. Get loud, Brownstown. He's a 2-time Icebreaker winner. As James said, tried and tried to finally get a win here at Brownstown, and that smile comes out. Man, it was hard to get the first one. How does it feel to get the second one?
Baby, I love Brownstown. No, it was just, it was a hard-fought race the entire time, you know. The initial start, Garrett and JD were on that bottom, and I just made hay around the top of 3 and 4 and just a really good race car, but I felt like they were on me the whole race. This place is so hard to get separation from people, and then the lap cars are all over the place, and then there at the end, it started getting a little bottom dominant, and I was just trying to maintain and just get in front of them lap cars, and yeah, it was just a fun race to win.
I tell you what, throughout the night, you never really had to adjust. You know, you kind of said you had to come down to the bottom at the end, but you kind of kept your line, and everybody kind of moved out of your way, and you could hit your marks.
Yeah, it was, and if we did have to move around, we could, you know. This Double Down Motorsports Longhorn was just on kill, and that's a big kudos to my crew guys, you know. Chucky Kimball, crew chief, he came on board a couple years ago, and me and him are just clicking on all cylinders, you know. He does a great job. He's like my brother, truly, and DK and Two-Tone, and then we've got Mason here for the weekend with UNOH, and then Houston's here with UNOH, so it's cool to have them on board with us and hanging out, and then yeah, my wife, my mom and dad are here, my sister, so it's just cool to get in victory lane with everybody here.
Pretty cool starting the season this hot, chasing your first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series championship.
Yeah, but it's not going to be easy this year. It's going to be a dog fight, you know. The 20 RT is obviously really, really good, and the 49 I feel like is the best in the country right now. So to be 1, 2, 3, I think that's what a lot of people are going to see all year long, and it's going to be some great racing. But yeah, my goal is to get Roger Sellers and Double Down Motorsports a Lucas Oil Championship. That's what we're here for. So I do want to thank him, his family, Robbie, Casey, and Connor. I know they're all at home watching. C&W Trucking, I know Doug and Amanda, everybody's hanging out. Big River Steel, Lazy Days RV, Mark IV Honda Suzuki. Tam came on board last week, so I can't thank him enough. Bill Stein Shocks, like I said, Longhorn Chassis, Ibach Race Springs, Millwood Plumbing. I know Mike and Vicky's at home. They were cheering, screaming their lungs out, so I can't thank them enough. Corey Phillips with CPA Firm. Sorry. CarSourceAuto.com, Red Oak Pub, Pee Wee's Wrecker Service, Holland Haskell's. He's picking up a new car next week and going to race it, so hopefully we get him dialed in. Just so many great people. BP Race Fuels, you know, they do a ton for us, along with all these other contingency sponsors, so I can't thank them all enough. Refuel Wellness, Lincoln Smith Racing, like I said, I have so many people. Everybody contributes, and it takes everybody, so just glad we can be part of it.
Brownstown, make some noise for your newest multi-time Indiana Icebreaker winner, the mailman, Devin Moran.
He may be unbeaten so far in the Ohio State racing uniform, right? The national champions. Well, Devin Moran, he goes back-to-back. We'll talk to Ricky Thornton Jr., who last year here won the C.J. Rayburn Memorial, and then Jonathan Davenport here. Down to you, Cody.
Thanks, James. Down here with Ricky Thornton Jr. Man, right after halfway, we go to that restart. Talk about that restart and the move down here in turns 3 and 4. got to the bottom, and what a move to go up to take the lead. What was going through your mind off that restart?
I just got a good restart, and really I knew I wasn't going to pass Devin there. It was more slide Devin, get to the top of the way JD couldn't drive back around me. So it was more defense for second than trying to win it. So I don't know, I felt like our car was pretty good there. Like finally once it got slick towards the end, I was able to move around a little bit and do what I needed to. I don't know. My boys been busting their butt. I feel like we're getting better and better. Hopefully we can get a little bit better. I think Devin in certain areas are a little better than I was, and same with JD. They can manipulate their car a little bit more than I can. But like I said, we're working hard. I got to thank everyone, Kohler Motorsports, Night Companies, Clements Racing, and ZMD Wraps, Elite Ready Mix, Capital Waste, Ultimate Towing. I mean, there's so many great people. Ultra Shield, Sharp Advantage. It's nice to be in really good equipment, and just looking forward to the rest of the year.
Really good points weekend. A win last night, second tonight.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, you just want to be in the top 4, but with these bonus points, I feel like, heck, the way it's going, I think we're all going to be even getting to the playoffs if we do get into the playoffs. So, obviously, we gave up 10 points there to Devin. So, just hopefully we can have a good rest of the year and get some wins, get some bonus points.
Ricky Thornton Jr., runner-up tonight at Brownstown, James.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to get. You can't miss Eldora, right? At the end of the year, the Carl Schwartz Dirt Track World Championship, $100,000 to win that. If a driver can win that and win the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points, they would walk out of there with $350,000. That's why we do this stuff. And Jonathan Davenport, man, he had a run from Mike Marlar. Those two went at it hot and heavy here in the last few laps of that race.
Yeah, James, they did. We're here with Jonathan. Man, what a battle with you and Mike Marlar there in the closing laps.
Yeah, no doubt. He come up through there pretty good, and we was both a little soft on tires there, and I thought we would be better at the beginning of the race than Devin was, but he fired really well, so he's been really good here at Brownstown, and we kind of got good there during that long run, which was kind of odd for our tire choice, but then after the caution, there was a lot of grit out in the middle of 3 and 4 there, so that's the reason I picked the top on the last one. I thought that might propel me down the straightaway a little bit better, but obviously it didn't. And so just end up third, almost fourth. It's just Brownstown, anytime we come out of here with a top 3, we're pretty happy. But obviously we want to win. But congratulations to Devin. He done a good job there. Just my guys give me a good hot rod. I just wasn't quite right. I was kind of a little too free to float through the middle, and then I was too tight to run around the tires, which I don't think that line was really there tonight. But anyway, just got to thank Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Dynagrow Seed, Longhorn Dynamics, everybody that helps us, Midwest Sheet Metal, especially thanks to Lance and Darla Landers, for giving me this opportunity. So anyway, another top 3. We're staying consistent. Rebounding from my mistake last night. So anyway, didn't tear it up too much, and ready to go to the next one.
Jonathan Davenport rounds out your Big River Steel podium here at Brownstown, James.